Debutantes! Today I am in my hot mess of a craft space to announce a new series that I am starting on my YouTube channel called Don't Get Pin Stressed. Now I know I love Pinterest. I love making things from Pinterest. I love using Pinterest as inspiration. So I wanted to start a little series of different things that I find on Pinterest and show you how to make them, how to follow the directions to make them. I noticed that a lot of times when you see a pin fail, it's because someone has looked at the picture and thought, oh, I could make that, or maybe has just skimmed through the directions and thought, okay, I know what I'm doing. I think the number one reason people fail at Pinterest crafts is because they don't read all of the instructions. So I figure maybe a video would be helpful. Now, some of these projects I may have made before or I'm making for the first time, and you will be making them along with me. So we will help to kind of guide each other on what pitfalls you might find in making a pin. So I wanted to, today, since we're going to be crafting and having big fun, I thought I would take you along with me to my local Joann's and kind of show you what you might need or what a good basic craft kit or craft items to get started might look like. So I figured it'd be a lot easier just to take you along with me to the store and show you those items than to try and find each item in this mess. So let's go ahead and head out to Joann's and we'll get started. Alright guys, so I am now sitting in the parking lot at Joann's, and it occurred to me that I did not give you like a little disclaimer. By no means am I telling you all to rush right out and buy every single item I show you. Please don't think that you have to do that. A lot of crafting can be done with just things that you have at home. Basically, I just want you to see what I use, what I have had, what I have acquired through the years, and I would recommend that you use your 40% off coupon. Every craft store I shop at, Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, they all offer a 40% off of any one item coupon, and a lot of times those craft stores will take competitors' coupons. I like to shop at Joann's because they take multiple coupons. They will take a digital coupon, they will take a paper coupon, they will take a coupon that was emailed to you, all on one transaction. So Joann's is my store of choice, and it is also only like 4 turns away from my house. So just don't think I'm telling you to go out and buy every single item. I don't want your husband sending me nasty comments that I forced you all to spend all this money on craft supplies. So let's go ahead and walk on into Joann's and try not to embarrass myself by filming in public. We'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's gonna be fine, right? So the first thing we're going to talk about is adhesives, because this is the first thing that I see when I walk into my Joann's. So the first item that you will definitely need is a glue gun. And as you can see, there is quite the variety of glue guns. You can buy some for $32.99 that are cordless, $14.99 down to $6.99. I actually have a glue gun. My favorite glue gun is one that I purchased at Goodwill for less than $1. It is not a low temp. I think it's like, it might be a low temp. It's definitely not a high temp. High temp, you're just asking for trouble. So you can, like one of these little low temp glue guns with some mini glue sticks would be a great start. And then you could always advance to a bigger glue gun if you wanted. We all know that my next favorite thing is E6000. And you can see here, they have clear, they have white, and now they have black. It's $4.99 for this tube. I usually use my coupon on that. And then one other item that you may want to purchase, which this you may want to purchase as you need it, is spray adhesive. So, and then of course you can use the Elmer School glue, which you should have in your arsenal. And then Mod Podge is also a good item to have. Now, Mod Podge, they have matte, they have shimmer, they have glitter, they have for paper. I usually just buy regular Mod Podge that is matte. Another item that is good to have is a hole punch. You can get just these regular cushion gripped circle hole punches. I mean, you can get them in different sizes. They have hearts. This is, I would get a basic round hole punch. You want to use these when you make gift tags for gifts. I mean, it's very useful. You can make confetti. I actually happen to, they don't have the exact one I have, but I bought one of these Crocodile Big Bite hole punches. It punches through leather, it punches through metal. The one I bought is not quite as intricate as this one, but I did use my 40% off coupon on it, and I really like it. I use it all of the time, but obviously, again, punches, paper punches. You can buy all kinds. The ones that I just have in my regular arsenal, which is not something you really need to buy until you find a project you need it for. I have the heart punch in several sizes. I have a circle punch. I have a star punch. I really like these ones that you just kind of squeeze. It's really good if you have arthritic hands, or it's just a lot easier. So hole punches, paper punches, like I said, a basic round hole punch is good to have, and then you can add on the myriad of paper punches. Something else I use quite a bit in my crafting are needle nose pliers and little wire nippers. These are in the jewelry section. They are $9.99. I actually got mine from my husband's toolbox. You can probably buy these tools quite a bit cheaper at Home Depot or Lowe's, but you need basically a very simple wire nipper. It has a blade that will cut wire and things like that, and then needle nose. Don't have a cutter, but they're really good for holding nails that you need to pound in, curling wire. So a good needle nose and a wire cutter. If you have kids and you think you'll be crafting with them quite a bit, a set of pom-pom makers is an excellent purchase. These are $6.99. I think I do have this set, and I used it with a coupon, so it was cheaper, but you can make all kinds of things with pom-poms. You can add them to scarves, you can make snowmen. I mean, there's all types of things that you can use these pom-pom makers for, and this style is actually very easy to use. I would probably start with this double pack. It's kind of like a medium and a large, and then they have these extra small and extra large, but this one will probably be good all-purpose type of pom-pom maker to get you started. I like to have a variety of needles on hand for hand stitching or adding buttons on or different things like that. It's good to have some great big needles for sewing like cute little felt ornaments and using embroidery floss, and then the smaller ones for hand sewing buttons on. I mean, I wouldn't get really caught up in the names of them, just kind of look at them and see what you need for your purpose. I do have some of these. These came really in handy when I made the sweater pumpkins. So get a variety of hand stitching needles. Okay, here's something I cannot stress enough. If you're cutting with fabric, you need a good pair of fabric cutting scissors. They don't necessarily have to be super excellent. I mean, they range from like $25 to $42. There's some over there for like $54. I mean, these are for like serious sewers. But if you are going to be using fabric, I would have at least one pair of scissors. Fiskars is more than adequate, that are just for fabric. Whether you need to put a padlock on the handles or write fabric on the blades, I would recommend you have at least one good pair of fabric scissors, and then you would definitely need just a regular pair of all-purpose scissors for paper and for those types of things, but make sure you keep them one for paper and one for fabric, because if you try to use paper scissors on fabric, you're going to be very, very unhappy. They have some really nice just basic scissors down here that would be good for paper. They're $4.99. You can get this nice pack of 3, I think it's even more than that, 4 scissors. I mean, this would probably be good as a basic starter pack. You could use one of these for fabric and one for paper, and just have the rest for auxiliary scissors. I do a lot of sewing, so I like to have a little pair of snips. You saw Tony got me some of those for Christmas. They work really great around the sewing machine. And then of course you're going to want to buy some type of razor knife, whether it be an X-Acto brand, a Fiskars, whether you get it at the hardware store. A good razor knife you will use all of the time for trimming all kinds of things, so I would definitely recommend a razor knife. A really nice ruler is important. I like the clear ones because you can see through them and you can see what you're measuring. They have these in the notions department, but you can also get these in a quilting department. The plastic ones are a little pricey, but I just think they last a lot longer, they're more accurate, and you can do so many more things with them. So I would definitely get some type of ruler that is very accurate, and I would get a dressmaker's measuring tape in the sewing department. Let me walk around this aisle and see if I can find that for you. So here's the dressmaker's tape measure. If you're like me, you probably have one of these in your bathroom near your scale, so you can take your measurements. But these are really good for measuring fabric, for measuring anything that you need to bend, because our man's tape measure doesn't quite bend. Those big hard ones that they sell at the hardware store. So these are only less than $4. So I would definitely invest in one of these. A very basic set of paint brushes is a good idea to have. This one has a big brush. They have some liner brushes, some smaller brushes. This would be a good starter set. This is $8. Again, use your coupon. I don't get real picky about my brushes because I'm not a painter. I just decoupage and do those types of things with my brushes. So any of these with a variety pack would be good. I would also recommend some sponge brushes. These go on sale all the time at Michael's for like, I don't know, 10 for $1 or some ridiculousness. But foam brushes you will use all the time for all types of things. So a good set of foam brushes, or just a couple of foam brushes, are good to have. And I think that's it. I mean, you can get a set like this, but some of these, the bristles might fall out. But this isn't a bad little pack to get started with, and that's also $8. And it's got your foam brushes, it's got big brushes, it's got little brushes. So that's actually not a bad starter pack of brushes. I like to have twine in my crafting closet. I use this for everything. I use it to wrap presents with. I use it as hangers for things that I make. So a nice big hank of twine is a good thing to have in your crafting arsenal. Here's a bigger selection of X-Acto knife and razor knives. I have just a simple X-Acto knife with extra blades. I use it all the time. A self-healing mat is a good idea, but they do run kind of expensive. This little one is $13. I use an old Yellow Pages, and I use that as my self-healing mat, and as the paper gets shredded, I just tear the top off and go to another page. But here they have a little X-Acto knife with its own little mat for $8. If you use your coupon, that wouldn't be terrible. But like I said, a razor knife you will be very happy you have. Okay, debutantes, I think that is probably the very basics of basic craft kits that I could tell you to put together. I mean, you could get some floral wire and some little things like that, but really that's kind of as you need it. I do like to keep a little bit of cheap floral wire handy. But really, that's it. You need a good cutting tool, you need some good adhesives, you need some paint brushes. That's about the basics. So I hope that I included everything. Obviously, if you do a certain type of craft, you will need different types of tools. This is just a very basic kind of get started craft kit. So I hope you all enjoyed the first of our series, Don't Get Pin Stressed. I would love it if you would leave me some comments or some ideas on what you would like to make. I did get one thing that someone had said they wanted to learn how to make, and I do kind of have that in the works. Do not remember who sent it to me. If you remember and you want to send it to me again, that would be great. So I hope you all subscribe, and I hope you all enjoy this series, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!